Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another time in the Hopper Room. Thanks for being here. Uh, all right, like we've been doing for a while, and we close this week with that. We continue talking about the recruitment of Shunem. And yesterday, we began to look at the fact that she was collected, and we started trying to relate that with the lion. Started talking about what it makes to be a king, trying to remind ourselves that Jesus Christ says He has made us kings and priests unto our God. And we trying to look at what does it mean to be a king. In Ephesians, Paul began to write and said that for as long as the son is under tutors, he is no different from a servant, right? But when he's graduated from tutorship, he's able to walk in the full right of sonship, the full right of kingship. But that only comes at graduation, right? Even though Christ has made us kings and priests unto our God, for as long as we're under tutelage, for as long as we're still operating under the shadow of the reality of things, we we're not exhibiting our sonship, right? John chapter 1, 12, God says that to them that believe in Him, He gave them the power to become the sons of God, right? God has given us the power to become the sons of God. Whether we use that power, whether we exhibit our placing or not, is a different thing altogether. He has made us kings. Whether we walk as kings is a different thing altogether. There's a row of the king inside of us. Whether we allow that row, that shout to exhibit itself is a different thing altogether. We are lions, but whether we row or not is a different thing altogether. For as long as we're under tutelage, for as long as we do not understand the place in the walking, the things that make for the calling, the gifting that God has given to us, we're no different from people that don't have it. It's just like when we talk about the fact that if you don't read a book, then you're no different from being an illiterate, right? Because your ability to read is useless to you because you're not using it to benefit you, right? Same thing with Christ making us kings. The Bible says that the whole of creation, they are waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God, right? And the sons of God will only manifest when they know who they are. For as long as they don't know who they are, they are working at something different from what God ordained them to be, right? It's like the eagle, which grew up amidst chickens and is perching on the ground, whereas his place is in the sky. It's just sour in the sky. But for as long as he doesn't understand his placing, for as long as he doesn't know that he should spread out his wings and fly, he is no better than the chicken, right? And that's why we began to talk about what we can learn from a lion. The lion, we say, is the king of the jungle. What makes the lion the king of the jungle? Why is that? It's something like a tiger, which is a bigger cat. Lion and tiger belong to the cat family, but the tiger is the biggest in that family. Yet the tiger is not considered king of the jungle, but the lion, which is not the biggest, the cat family is considered as king. The same way we looked at David. David was not the strongest. He was not the best amongst the fighting army that he had. Yet he was king, and the other ones who were stronger, uh, had more adventure, had more prowess than David, were not king, right? The Bible talks about the fact that they came to David when David was running from Saul. People came to David, even though they could fight, even though they had one skill or the other. They were not. There were areas in their life where the fault in their life were not moving them forward. They needed someone like David, who was not necessarily the best in fighting, but was one who had his head on the ground and knew his God, right? He knew how to use resources, martial resources that are right? And I'm saying several things here, and I'm going to go back and let's take it one by one so that we can truly learn and we're not just blowing smoke, right? The first thing we talked about yesterday in talking about the difference between a lion and a tiger and maybe other animals is the fact that even though the tiger is stronger and bigger than the lion, the weakness of a tiger is that the tiger lives as a loner. He does not live in family, he does not live in community. The lion gets the energy, the strength, the extra booster that the lion does not live alone. He lives in community. He has a power of community that works